Yo, tapping in real quick for this UFC 307 that'll be taking place over in Salt Lake City, Utah, where the light heavyweight strap is very much up for grabs in the main event between Alex Poatan Pereira and Khalil, the Warhorse Roundtree. And the same can be said about the co-main event where the bantamweight strap is very much up for grabs between Rocky Raquel Pennington and Juliana Pena. And this video right here, unfortunately, is the pick switch video of the week. And I have pick switched on quite a few of them. Tracy McGrady, 3 of them to be exact. You understand what I'm saying to you, man? And it has put the dog count through the roof. But we are in the doghouse. Feel free to sound off in the comment section all about it. You know what I'm talking about? Listen, upon further investigation, I have come to the conclusion that I will be pick switching my first fight of the night if it's still lined up the same way, which is Timothy Dirty Bird Means versus Court McGee. I'll be siding with Court McGee to get this one done via split, majority, or unanimous decision. You know what I'm talking about? More times than not, it's going to be a split decision type situation. I believe it's going to go the distance. I believe it's going the full 15 minutes. I believe it's going to be one hell of a motherfucking fight, back and forth, where both of them get off. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I just feel like Court's going to be able to secure a few takedowns, possibly 1 or 2 in every single round, and do good work from the top. You know what I'm talking about? To edge out Tim. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said, since I pick switch, watch Tim come out here and knock him the fuck out in 17 seconds. But it is what it is. I have pick switched to Court McGee, which is an underdog. You know what I'm talking about? Alexander the Great versus Austin Hubbard. I have pick switched from Alexander the Great over to Austin Hubbard. Pretty much for the same reasons that I have pick switched from Timothy Meads to Court McGee. I believe that Austin Hubbard will be able to mix in his all-around body of work, meaning mixing the striking in with the wrestling and the grappling, and while doing so, being able to secure takedowns, possibly 1 or 2 in each and every round, doing good work from the top, and edging Alexander out for a, majority, split, or unanimous decision type situation. Maybe the finish presents itself. Maybe I pick switch and it presents itself for Alexander, and I just pick switch myself onto the wrong side of this motherfucking fight. But it is what it is, man. And last but not least, another dog. I have pick switched from the Tiny Tornado on over to the Cookie Monster, man. It is what it is. For all the reasons I wanted to leave this fight alone and wanted nothing to do with this fight, I have switched over to Carla because she is the reason that, all my doubts were on Tisha. All the question marks that I had about this fight, they come from Carla, man. Carla has just proven to be, as I've said many times before, kryptonite to a lot of these young women, and they just cannot seem to do anything about it, no matter how much time passes and how much they evolve in their own right. Look at Rose Namajunas, man. Look at how far she came from that young, I ain't call her a little girl, but that young lady with the ponytail in the Tough House in 2014 that was dominating until she wasn't against Carla Esparza in the finale and lost. But look what she went and did since then. You know what I'm talking about? Look at the elite level mixed martial artist that Rose Namajunas is. And in my personal opinion, with all due respect to Carla Esparza, the Cookie Monster, she seemed to just still be maintaining that same, that same game. Nothing special, nothing really, evolved anymore. Nothing really changed so much, you know what I mean, in any significant way. You understand what I'm saying to you? But yet, all that time passed, and all that evolvement on the Rose side, and some of these other women's side that she's came back and beat again, you know what I'm talking about? But Rose is just a prime example in my personal opinion. Look at how much she evolved since 2014 to 2024. And what did they fight? 2023 or something was the last time her and Rose fought, and she beat Rose and took her fucking gold from her. You know what I mean? Snatched glory and victory right out from under her yet again by slowing down the process and dragging out the fucking fight in Cookie Monster fashion. You know what I mean? People don't like to hear, you know, people don't like when people don't like when people compare other people to Khabib Nurmagomedov and shit like that. But listen, man, for all the reasons a lot of people, not people, I was always excited, but a lot of people weren't too excited about Khabib's fights and watching Khabib fight and Khabib's run, are a lot of the same reasons people aren't excited about Carla Esparza, the Cookie Monster, and her fights, because she slows down the process, she drags it out, she implements her game, and she finds the finish inside the distance, or she wins by decision, man. Like, she's just proven to be kryptonite. And you match that with the fact that this is her last fight. It's her retirement fight. It's her final dance. They matched her up with Tisha, you know what I mean? And it's unfortunate that I personally have Carla Esparza and Juliana Pena winning and beating Tisha Pennington and Raquel Pennington and sending them home, you know, with their daughter and that little belt that they took pictures with. Unfortunately, that's why I don't like watching that shit, man. That shit busts me, man. It doesn't let you enjoy, you know. Juliana goes out there and just dogs her and gets her down and finds that, aggressively searches for the submission, finds it, and gets that motherfucker and gets her up out of there in minutes with quickness. The camera's gonna shift over to the daughter in the crowd with the family, and you know, both her motherfucking parents just lost in the same night now, you know what I mean? That's why I don't like getting involved in all that, man. But that's it. That's my pick switches, man. I'm very much staying with the rest of my dogs and my few favorites, you know what I'm talking about? And I think that's 12 fights, and I got 9 dogs on a 12-fight card. But I'm highly confident in quite a few of them. You know what I mean? I am highly confident in quite... Jose Aldo as a dog, man, come on, stop it. Stop it. Like, when we sit here and we talk about, oh, you got 9 dogs on a 12-fight card, look at them 9 dogs, though, man. It's Juliana Pena against Raquel Pennington. How can I not like the dog? Jose Aldo shouldn't be an underdog against Mario Bautista like he should have been against Jonathan Martinez. How can I not like the dog? Roman Dolidze is too big, too powerful, too strong for Kevin. This isn't welterweight. How can I not like the dog? Marina Rodriguez has undeniably been up against a higher level of opposition in her career as of yet, even with her wins. Some of those wins, in my personal opinion, will beat the dog shit out of Lucindo. It's just my personal opinion, and one thing has nothing to do with the other. But with all of that in consideration, and to be facts in my personal opinion, how can I not be on the dog, man? You know what I'm talking about? Austin and Court McGee, I believe both of them can implement their wrestling and grappling, secure takedowns, and produce the better body of work to slightly edge out Timothy Meads and Anthony Hernandez upon further investigation. So how could I not pick switch to them and their dogs? It is what it is, man. Vince, he's by far the better mixed martial artist. Ryan Spann has one way to win the fight. Vince has so many ways to win the fight. How can I not be on a dog? And then Carla Esparza against Tisha. Carla, the Cookie Monster, has only lost to the best of the best, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 of her losses that are suspect. Other than that, she's just proven to be kryptonite time and time again to all of these young women, man. You know what I mean? And I don't think that that's going to stop. I think she's going to secure her final victory in her final dance and walk away with a smile on her face, beating Tisha Torres as Tisha Pennington this time. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I mean, Khalil, it very much just is what it is, man. He's the most dangerous individual, in my personal opinion, that Alex has ever been in there with, based simply off of his kicking game. If he goes out there and just implements a heavy kicking game to Alex's motherfucking legs, and God forbid he goes after the obliques and the knee like he did to Modestus Bugat, it could be brutal out there, man. It could be brutal out there until Alex finds that motherfucking chin and clips him, if he finds that chin and clips him. You understand what I'm saying to you? And just like Khalil said, this is mixed martial arts. If something happens out there that I don't like, I will use my all-around game. So motherfuckers acting like he won't secure a takedown or he won't shoot for a takedown, you lost your fucking mind. And if he ends up shooting for takedowns somewhere inside that first 15 minutes, he will continue to shoot for takedowns. This thing might go 25 minutes, and he might out-volume and based strictly off of volume and activity and control time, take that belt away from Alex. Alex better get it done inside the distance, bro. This is not a motherfucking game. You know what I'm talking about? Khalil is no fucking joke. When you got these cats like Matt Serra, Khalil Roundtree, Sean motherfuckers that get thrown into positions based off of the landscape of the division and shit like that, man, and you know, man, they take advantage of these motherfucking positions more times than they don't. Whether they hold on to the belt or not afterwards, fuck all that. It's when they take advantage. And they take advantage when the opportunity is presented, man. So it's a dangerous fucking fight, man. You know what I mean? And I like Kayla Harrison. I like Joaquin Buckley for all the same reasons that I like the underdogs. Those underdogs I just named, though. Kayla's going to use that all-around game, and Joaquin Buckley doesn't like how it's going on the feet. He can implement that game, and Wonder Boy's not going to be able to stop him from getting him to the ground, in my personal opinion, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, you know, I like them favorites, man. You know what I mean? I like Caesar. I like Joaquin, and I like Kayla, because I don't see nights where they lose. All the rest of these individuals, there are nights where they lose, and for some of them, it's more times than not. So it is what it is, and to each their own, so feel free to tap in, chime in, and, you know, sound off on me about these pick switches and all these dogs, but it is what it is. Peace and blessings.